Jack Armstrong here. Shout out to Six Nations and all the indigenous territories across the world. Love you folks. Thank you so much for being such big sports fans. And I tell you what, if you're not watching my good buddies, the Harv and Jace show, you better get the garbage out of here. Become a member now at harvandjace.com.
It's the Harv and Jace show.
Hey,
right.
What's up, man?
Yo,
Good
what
to
is
see
up?
you.
We got a guest tonight.
I know. I love it.
Yes.
The Harv and Jace show.
Yes, we back. You know?
Right?
It's a fresh shirt.
Get some. Yep. I'm scared to let it out. I don't want to bust no buttons here, so I gotta.
Yeah. Well,
suck
it doesn't look like he went for seconds anyway.
I know.
Trying to get back in them uncle vests.
Yeah, that's right. You know it. Get back
Yes.
ready for the arrows, right?
That's right.
And the Chiefs.
That's right.
Or the Beefs.
Yes. Yes.
This is cool, man. Because speaking of lacrosse, we have
Speaking of lacrosse,
amazing guest.
we're doing our first ever Zoom interview. Even.
Yeah.
And our first ever Zoom interviewee is the one and only Vaughnage Top 1,
yeah.
Mr. Vaughn Harris.
All right. Hey, man.
How's it going, Vaughn?
How's it going, boys?
Good one. Good one.
Okay, no, this is really good, man. Thanks for joining us, Vaughn. What's up?
Not much. Just watching the hockey game, getting on the Harv and Jace show.
That's awesome. Team Canada.
Yeah, Team Canada.
That's awesome, man. And you were just talking a little bit there. You have a daughter in the background running around, so we might hear your daughter.
Yeah, she's around, buzzing around here.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
You're a family man.
Yeah, I have a son too.
Oh, right on.
That's amazing.
Yeah, how was your holidays?
It was good, busy, pretty broke now.
I know, right?
That'll do it.
So where are you located these days?
Yeah.
Where do you hang your hat, brother?
I live in Akwesasne, and been here for about 5 years now. Live on the state side, so pretty good right now. Missing home now, you know. It's like during the holidays.
Yeah.
During the holidays, wish I could be home with my other family, but
You would have to
COVID and all
quarantine.
that. Yeah, with COVID and all that, so it's kind of hard to go back and forth. But just like what we're doing now, Zoom calls. So that's all I've been keeping in touch with my family.
Well, that's awesome.
Which is all right, though, right? Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Like it's safe and everything, but
Right.
I didn't want to just do a regular like Zoom where it was like just a split screen with us all there. So we were trying to incorporate the Zoom into our show with our set and you know with editing. And so it's cool that you would join us on. This is pretty much our first one. So if we make a mistake here and there, if you're watching at home,
It's growing pains, and we're growing together.
yeah,
You're growing with us, Vaughn.
and it's better because
Yeah. Oh,
like
nice.
You're helping us grow.
and he wouldn't have to come all the way here from Akwesasne and then have to stay 14 days to quarantine.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then quarantine 2 weeks when he gets home, too.
Right. So if you don't know Vaughn Harris, he's a professional lacrosse player.
Yeah, from Six Nations.
From Six Nations. What clan are you? Are you Mohawk?
Yeah, Mohawk Turtle.
Yay! That's awesome. 3 Mohawks. That's
Mohawk Bear. You're a Mohawk Wolf, right?
Right. That's right. You got it.
Yeah, we're repping.
That's cool, man.
We're ripping.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there any big differences from being Akwesasne or Six Nations, like the way people, like the community is and everything?
Oh, no, it's not really. It's pretty much the same. Like everyone's it's a small community. Everyone knows each other's business, just like the back of Six Nations.
Right. And
The only thing that's really different is the borders. So like, if I want to go to Canada, I got to go through a border, and on the way back, I got to go through a border again. So it's like you always got to have your status card with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds like a little bit sickening, but, you know.
Yeah, it is. Like
Yeah.
like back at Six Nations, I barely ever used my status card. Like even at stores, I'd always forget. But here, I have to have it on me all the time, so I could either travel back and forth.
Right.
So like,
That's
it's always
basically
got
the passport, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
But that's awesome. Like the NLL, the National Lacrosse League, it shut down last year because of COVID, right? It didn't play, did it?
Nope, they got shut down just before playoffs, and unfortunately, I just got asked to go back to Buffalo before that.
I seen that. Congrats, man.
They called me right before the shutdown was going down, and they're like, "Oh," they're asking if I was in shape and everything. I was like, "Yeah, I'm ready to go." And then they're like, "Oh, with COVID going on, we're gonna wait a couple days to sign you." And sure enough, the next day I was all pumped and everything, and the league shuts down.
Oh man,
yeah, the league shuts down. So I was like, oh,
that's crazy, man. It's like it's unprecedented, right? We've never been through this before.
Right, yeah.
So
right.
Nobody.
I was just hoping it would be like 2 weeks, and when it first happened in February or what January they're saying, but man, it's been almost a year already. It's insane.
Yeah, it is insane.
No more Chicky League.
No more Chicky League. Yeah, I was talking about that. I don't know if you remember. We played in a tournament at the ILA there, and you were playing. Yep. I don't know what team you were playing for. Maybe the Aces or something. I'm not sure. But I don't know. You stepped around and you let this wild shot go. It hit me right in the chest. Man, I had the biggest bruise of my life. Oh my God!
Like a big hickey.
Yep, I had a big hickey, and I went back in the room, and Cam Bomber was like, "Oh, nice trophy." He said, "Well, you got it from Vaughn Harris, man." Yeah. So that's cool. I got to bring up that story with Vaughn here. That's amazing.
Nice war story.
Yeah, you're one of the guys that you're one of the guys that like inspire a lot of the young lacrosse players, dude. And like role models are really important for indigenous kids, you know,
especially the indigenous youth,
because they don't see too many role models out on the movies, TV, you know, regular places. So what does that affect you, like in decisions that you make daily? Like, do you recognize that you maybe are a role model to your community and stuff?
Yeah, of course it does. Like even having children too, right? I want to be a good father figure for them, and the decisions I make is based on them and how it's going to affect their lives and how it's going to affect my lives. And that's why I kind of wanted to run my own lacrosse camp, which is I just started this past winter, or this winter, sorry.
Yeah, what's that? Tell us a bit about that. That's great, man. I've seen some of it online there. I've seen some of the initial marketing for it, but what exactly is it?
So I always wanted to run my own lacrosse camp, so I just never had the time to do it because I was always playing NLL or summer ball. So like with the time going on right now, I just figured it was right moment to start it. And by starting it, I wanted to have it free for kids because I know parents initially have to pay for their kids to go to a camp.
Right. That could be hundreds, and you know.
Yeah, so it'd be hundreds of dollars and whatnot. So I just figured it'd be right to have it free for kids and just to get them out, get their sticks back in their hands, and enjoy being outside, right?
Yeah.
Even being outside the houses, and
which they can't do right now, right? They're not even allowed to play hockey, or all the rinks are closed. Everything.
No gatherings allowed. So.
Yeah. So when we had a little bit of freedom, that's when I took advantage of the moment. And I went around and I asked people from the community if they could help me out, like getting the floor time and everything. And
awesome.
I was lucky enough for them to help me out, so parents wouldn't have to pay for their kids to come out and have fun. And every session I had, which was Bano, midget, and peewee, I could have 26 people on the floor, but I would only have 20 kids signed up in each division.
Oh, wow.
So I could have staff with me helping while I like took videos and whatnot, talked to the kids and everything. And all 3 divisions filled up in under 2 days.
Awesome.
Like, it was quick.
Was this all in Akwesasne?
Yeah. Eventually, I want to like branch out to like different reses and not even reses, like even just anywhere.
Like even like a hub in Toronto or something where everyone can come there. Like, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, that's amazing. What's your camp called, anyways? What's the name of it?
It's 28 Lacrosse.
Oh, nice.
It's I have one of my logos right here.
That's awesome.
Ace choice.
Man, we need some of those. We need some of those.
We'll rep them.
So like another thing I want to do too is get the kids winter hats with my logo on it, and that was also free for the kids just to keep them warm in this hard times we're all going through. So I had to order a bunch of those. We handed them out at my last camp before Christmas break.
Right.
And just seeing the kids' eyes light up and
that's amazing.
Yeah.
Just seeing like their eyes light up and how humble they were and how humble I was, like for them just to have that moment, I guess, to see them like surprised to get like a gift from me was pretty heartwarming.
Man, that's awesome.
Those are gonna
be memories that those kids have forever, man.
Right.
It's so important though, because I was the beneficiary of mentorship when I was younger too, and what that does when someone's giving to you like that, it really like lasts with you because it kind of like you're noticing something in them and you're sharing with them and you're encouraging them. And
it's inspirational.
That's strength that you can, use later in life, right? I'm living proof of that. So that's amazing.
Yeah. So, and how I started out, I reached out to the Lacrosse organization, and I wanted to branch out farther too, because my program is off the reservation. So I reached out to my good buddy Jacob Roulet, and he directed me to the Cornwall organization,
nice,
like minor lacrosse, and I reached out to the Minor Lacrosse Association. So my program is not just natives, non-natives.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's pretty much 50-50 right now with the kids, but it's a good turnout, and like even seeing like the positivity on the floor.
Yeah.
Like no one's, it's like with the Black Lives Matter movement.
Right.
It's like there's no racism at all. It's just everyone's out there just having fun, and there's no race at all involved, and it's just it's a good thing to see.
And it brings everyone together.
The
that game.
generation play.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's the creator's game at work right there.
Yep, the medicine game.
Yep.
So I want to talk a bit about you growing up on Six Nations here, because we've had similar experiences, but I want to ask you a bit, like, you grew up on Six Nations, right?
Yep.
And you have a big family here and everything? Born and raised.
Yeah, big family there.
Yep. Is there, can you tell us a little bit about growing up around your family and the lacrosse players in your family, like maybe some who inspired you?
Yeah. All right. So I started playing lacrosse when I was probably about 3 or 4 years old. When I could barely walk, I always had a stick in my hand. I always remember going to my father's lacrosse games. I can barely remember some games, but I always remembered I was there, and I was just seeing him out there working hard and scoring a lot. So it always made me want to be a lacrosse player, and just seeing everyone play lacrosse, like everyone grows up with a stick in their hand. So it's like, it's in our blood, and it's just like, it's like bred in you. Like if you don't do it, I don't know. It's like
I know, right? You're feeling it right
weird.
now.
I don't know.
You're feeling it right now because you could have been playing in last year, right? With the Bandits. So is that going to move over to this year? You're going to be with the Bandits this year?
Yeah. So in the summertime, I reached out to Buffalo again to see what's going on, because they told me, I was supposed to sign with them before the pandemic went on, and they said, yeah, we love to sign you, but you got to fight for your spot and earn it.
Right.
So I was like, all right, I'm ready. It's like,
awesome.
Like I was ready last season to come back and play. So like I've been anxious to get back out there and show that I still can play in the NLL. Like show I could still show I could still be there.
Yeah. Right. And you're like you play both ends of the floor, right? You're a good defensive player and offensive player. Responsible to have the ball a lot, right? Get loose balls and stuff like that.
Yep.
That's a big responsibility, man. In the NLL, like the fastest, like I can't believe the difference, like how big and fast everyone is now, right? The conditioning.
Yeah. And that's a big thing that I took for granted. When I got drafted to NLL, I was in good shape my first year, and the second year I played, I just thought my talent could keep me in the NLL.
Right.
Turns out it can't, right?
Because everyone's always getting better and better and better, right?
Yeah. So now, like looking back on it now, like I really took my spot for granted, I guess, because I was in the gym, but I wasn't pushing myself to make myself better.
Can.
Yeah. And so like now I've been doing a lot of CrossFit, and I've been working out a lot. So I'm just ready to try earn my spot back on the Buffalo Bandits.
Right on.
That's amazing. It's just for me, like the conditioning part of it is just so different from when I was growing up, because like a lot of people, they would just like have beer right on the bench, and go out and have smokes during
the old senior A can age back in the day.
Intermission, right? Everyone's standing outside having a smoke and everything.
No, you're just talking about Chicky League.
I know that's still like that now. But the conditioning, like right now, like it's insane. Like how big and strong, but they can make you even faster, and quicker, and better positioning and stuff. So it's like,
like do you follow diet programs and stuff like that too to stay in tip-top shape?
Yeah, so I eat a lot of rice and chicken, which is getting pretty old.
Yeah,
I drink a lot of shakes. But just so like I know my weekly routine is like I get up at 6 in. I'll drive. Well, I used to drive to Cornwall and go to the gym, but I can't now.
Right,
It's all
closed down.
up, but so now I gotta worry about how I'm gonna work out in the morning now, because it's such a routine getting up and getting a workout in and going to work. So now it's kind of difficult now because I don't really know what to do when I wake up that early now. And then I have stuff at the house to work out, but I don't want to wake the kids up. So I've been just waiting till probably after this and work out. But it's just I got to adapt to the situation around me, I guess.
Right.
I want to talk a little bit about what you were drafted 15th overall.
Second rounder.
Yep, in the NLL draft. Like, what does that feel like, dude? Like, to get your name called? And did you get to walk up there and get a jersey and everything like that?
Yeah. So me and my father and my brother went. Yeah, so we went up to Oakville. I told my dad to drive me up there because so we could have some celebration pops after, just because I got drafted and everything. But when we were on the way up there, I was nervous. My hands were like sweaty, and like I didn't know if I was gonna get drafted. And they did a mock draft, so I was supposed to go really high in the mock draft, and we got there. They called out the number, like they were drafting out people, like everyone going up to 1, 2, 3. Then I got up to where I was supposed to get drafted, so I was hunched over, and where I was supposed to get
nervous.
Yeah, so where I was supposed to get picked up, I kind of straightened up, and I was ready to step up and go to the stage, and they called someone else's name, and I was kind of like, all right, maybe I'm next. I was like, maybe I'm the next one. Sure enough, it wasn't that one. I kept going, going.
Man.
And I was like, oh my God, like I'm not getting drafted. And I was kind of getting in my own head, like what did I do wrong or something? And
yep. You always think the worst in those situations.
Yeah. So like my hands were already sweaty, so they started getting more sweaty. Then pick number 15 came up for Calgary Roughnecks, and I just heard Vaughn Harris. And then I was kind of like looking around, like, oh shit, they just said my name. Like I wasn't ready to hop up. I wasn't ready to go up there like how I was at.
Right.
I remember I was supposed to get picked at. And I just looked, and I turned and looked at my dad, and he was just smiling.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I was like, oh. And I hopped up and went running up to the stage, and they gave me the jersey and everything. And just seeing my dad's face and my brother's face, it was just another heartwarming moment.
Right.
Right on.
And it's something I'll always remember for the rest of my life. And
man, it's awesome.
Yeah. Even after, like, we took the pictures and I met the coaches and everything, and then I came over and met my father and my brother, and just the smile on my dad's face as he was talking to my coaches was just unbelievable. And it's like a moment that I'll always remember, like, for the rest of my life.
Right.
Even when my dad shook my hand, he was could tell he was very proud of me. And
that's Ace. There probably was a lot of pride there.
So
it was just a big moment for my whole family, because just for being drafted, you know what I mean? It was such a big deal.
Right. It's a lot of work because there's a lot of early mornings. It's a lot of, minor systems,
right.
All that stuff.
A lot of lacrosse players out there.
Yeah.
And your dad and your mom were along that whole journey with you?
Yeah. They still are. They're still there behind. They still got my back.
Yep, parents' love never goes away, man. That is super cool. Yeah. What a great story. Just that pride, too, and what it kind of makes me think of is that you have a son now, too. Maybe I'm not sure what he'll end up being, but maybe if he plays lacrosse, that could be another happy day for you right there.
Right now, he's just a big gamer.
Oh, right?
Get him out the house.
Like all the kids, man.
Yeah.
That's
Can't
crazy.
get him out the house. No, he's just glued to the TV.
Maybe they'll come out with a lacrosse game soon enough.
That's
He'll
right.
be able to play as you.
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah.
That'd be sweet.
Yeah.
Blast across, old school.
Yeah, that's right. Let's go back in time a little bit. You won a Founders Cup, right? With the
Rebs?
Six Nations Rebels back in
2011. 2011. It was the year before that, we made it all the way to the conference finals, and we got beat out by Allura. And then the year before that, we did the same thing. Got beat out by Allura.
No.
So there was my two. Then the year before that, we got beat out by Allura too. So it was just like a constant.
What was it about that team?
It was just a constant losing to Allura. by the time then 2011 year came around, we was same situation, and I just had in my head I'm not losing to these guys again. And sure enough, we ended up beating them that round, and it felt like we won the Founders just because I never did it. And it was just we had such a good team that year, and it wasn't no one selfish play or nothing. Everyone played together and worked hard, and it paid off because in the end we ended up winning the Founders.
Was that the beginning of the 4 years in a row?
Yeah, that was the beginning.
Yeah, nice.
What name some of the players that you played with on that team?
There's let me think. It's a while ago.
Yeah, I know that's a minute.
Yeah, so there's Brandon Montour, Chris Atwood, Alex
nice.
Martin, Luke Smith, Spencer Martin. Heck, the list could go on.
That's
Danny
awesome.
Weiss, my cousin Danny, Jesse Johnson, Dylan Johnson.
Wow. Those are a lot of hard workers you're talking about right there.
Yeah, it's like the name just keeps going on and on.
Rebels are a good organization, like every year.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
Yep.
any one of their players are good, I think.
Yeah, that you were saying that's what your favorite team to watch live,
My
right?
favorite team to watch is probably the Rebels.
Right.
Like, yeah. Them, the Arrows, Chiefs.
I think the Rebels was a little bit more high scoring than Junior A. Would you agree with that? Junior A is a little bit defensive, eh?
Yeah. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, Junior B is a good league because the Rebels, particularly, is like a community team.
Yeah.
So and it's got a lot of community boys on it there, so that's why.
And a lot of support.
That's why I think it gets the arena get packed because it's got a lot of boys from the community there.
That's amazing. Like, yeah, they're one of the ones
And they got the will to win.
Right.
They got the will to win. All the guys from the community, just like from when I won the Founders Cup, it was just like looking up to seeing guys win from I believe it was 2007 or 8.
Oh yeah.
Just seeing how hard those guys worked to
That's
get
awesome.
where they were. So that's how I thought about it.
Right.
Because I always wanted to win.
You come from like Six Nations. There's so many great players here. Were there some that you kind of like looked up to more than others, or try to maybe emulate your game after?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could name a few at the top of my head, but the one that comes to mind a lot is my older brother,
Awesome.
Roger Weiss.
The Rocket.
Yeah. Don't tell him I'm pumping these.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I always looked up to him as like my role model because he's always there for me, picking on me or sticking up for me. Or even way back to when he used to change my diapers, right? So he's always been there for me.
And
I always just looked up to his game and watched how he played, and not even on the floor, just how he is as a father and
awesome.
just how he is in general. I always looked up to him.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And Roger Weiss played in the NLL too.
Yeah.
Had a great career.
With the Rock.
Yep. A few teams, did he
Yeah,
not?
he was with the
In the Bandits?
Played with
Bandits.
Bandits in
Yep.
Philly.
With Corey and them guys?
Yep.
Yeah.
He won a
And
championship.
Dal, yeah. They won a championship, right? Oh, my
Yep.
God. That's huge stuff, man.
Yeah. Any players that you played against that really got under your skin that you really didn't like playing against?
There's a lot.
I think it's just a competition,
That brought
right?
out
It's
your gamesmanship, I guess.
Yeah, there's not really a person that I like really hate.
Yeah.
It's just a team, like Allura, for example.
Right.
Like I always hated them, but once the game's over, you gotta leave it on the floor, right? Because
Exactly.
you can't always carry that around here. So it's always just like a team. So like after we played Halton, I always hated playing Halton. So, but then I'm
Junior
done now.
B,
So
yeah.
I don't. Yeah. So like now I don't have a problem against Halton. But like if I did play against them, I'd hate to play against them.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
You played with one of my favorite teams to watch. You talked about the Rebels a bit, but you played with the Six Nations Chiefs back in 2014 and 15. Like, what was that like? That's senior A. Like, and you won a few Mann Cups with them. Did you not?
Yeah.
That's crazy,
Yeah,
dude. You have
well,
an amazing career, man.
Hey, got a nice collection of rings going.
Yeah. Yeah. I actually just found my rings today.
You should have worn them for the show.
Yeah, right on
Reminiscing about them.
Can you tell us a little bit about those championship runs?
Yeah. So after I played for the Arrows, I got protected by the Chiefs, and at first they wanted me to be a alternate player where I'd play with the Six Nation Rivermen and play with Chiefs, but I told them nothing like wrong with Rivermen or nothing. But I was like, I just want to play Senior A. Like I don't want to drop down and play two teams. Like I just want to be here.
Right, like a lot of players do, right?
Yeah, just like a lot of players. And at the time, I was having a good year, so like I was scoring a lot and like doing a lot of the good things that kept me in the lineup. So, but like playing under the Chiefs was just such a different experience. Like coming from a like junior age to playing with men.
And they're all mostly in the NLL too, right?
Yeah, and
that's basically a pro league.
Yeah, it's pretty much a semi-pro league in the summertime, and it was just crazy experience. Like my first game, I remember going out there and I was looking around. I was playing with like Billy D. Smith, like Roger was out there.
That's amazing,
Colin
man.
Doyle,
wow.
Sid Smith. Like there was some big names.
A lot of
like,
legends.
Yeah, and I was kind of like looking around, like holy shit.
That's so cool, man.
And at the time, the only rookies were me and Randy Stotts. And we were kind of both like just like looking around, like holy shit. Then they come, they had a good team too because they were coming off a big Man Cup win, and most of the players returned, so they took the chances on keeping me and Randy around. Well, Randy for sure, but took the chances on keeping me
Pure
around.
sniper for the Georgia Swarm.
Yeah. You know him?
Yeah, right.
Heard of him.
Yeah. So yeah, it was like it was crazy. Then having a chance to play in the Man Cup series was unbelievable too.
Amazing.
Every game was packed, and it just felt like I was playing an NLL, and I hadn't even played an NLL yet because I was still in college at the time too. So I was traveling back and forth.
That's a lot of work.
It was, it was pretty tiring at first because I'd have to go to class all week. Then we'd play on Tuesday nights and had to fly home to Six Nations, play, and have to go back for school the next day.
Now imagine if you played with the Rivermen, you would have had to add that to your
Saturday nights.
Yeah, Saturday night. Going back Sunday.
Right?
Yeah.
At least you'd get the arena fries, though.
Oh,
Yeah.
missing them.
Gravy.
Yeah, gotta have it.
Yeah. So we ended up winning the cup that year, and it was crazy because it was my first year playing Senior A and having hold on. Having the opportunity to hoist the cup with my brother on the team. He was one of the captains again.
That's amazing.
So he actually handed me the cup after he had it and did his little yell in the air with it. And handed me the cup, and it was just another heartwarming moment because
that's super cool, dude.
It was I believe it was at home too. That first year we won it. It was back to back. Yeah, it was at home when we won it.
Do you remember who it was against?
Peterborough?
No, we beat Peterborough out to go.
Amazing.
Go to the Man Cup. It was Maple Ridge.
Oh, Maple Ridge. That's awesome.
Yeah, so like it was at home, so all my family were there, and my mom was there on the floor with us at the time, and my father was there too. It was just another heartwarming moment where my whole family got to cherish it when me and my brother were on the same team winning the championship.
Oh, man, that's cool.
Yeah.
Who was between the pipes on that team? Do you remember?
On our team or the other team?
Your team.
I think it was B. Mill.
Oh, nice.
Brandon Miller.
Yeah, and he's a great career in the NLL as well, right?
Oh, yeah.
Holy moly. And you played a little bit. You played a few years ago with Philly, did you not? Philly, the Wings?
Yep. Yeah.
And how did that go? That's got Landon Miller's the GM of that team now, is he not?
Yep. Yeah, he is.
That's amazing.
It was so it was the year I was in Buffalo at the time, and I got a phone call saying we're gonna pick you up in the expansion draft, and I was just excited to get an opportunity to play again, like in NLL. So I was all fired up. I was like, yeah, heck yeah, I was ready to go. Then the draft came around, and the same thing happened where they told me what number they were going to pick me, and then they didn't pick me again. Then I ended up getting a phone call, and it was Landon. He told me that we've basically signed you, and they're going to send over a contract and everything.
Yes.
And then at the time, the Wings were just coming back, so we had to do like a lot of promoting and everything for the team, even just like to come back. And like that experience was unreal because I I never really got like a lot of FaceTime,
right?
Like for a team before,
and put on banners and everything.
Like, yeah, well, some of them, not too many.
Yep.
But I just having like cards of my stats and everything on it, and my number, my last name on it, and everything.
And that's awesome.
Just,
that's
it was pretty cool. Then even like everyone kept talking about how the fans were out in Philly,
right?
Like how crazy they were, and like how like exciting they are at the games. And,
passionate.
Yeah, the fans like they were going crazy. There, you could hear them in the locker room. So, and then
that's awesome out there rocking her before the game.
Yeah, so like our coach already gave us a big speech. Like he was giving us a big speech at the time, and you could just hear the fans going nuts out there. And I was kind of like, oh shit, like getting fired up.
That's amazing.
And how we ran out was like a big W ran under, like the Wings logo.
Right.
So right when you run out from the side of it, flames shoot out when they say your last name.
That's
so
amazing,
it's like you come running out, and it's just flames coming behind you.
It's like going to the Super Bowl. Sounds like.
Yeah, I came running out. I looked around. It was just packed, people screaming and stuff. And I just got even more fired up.
That's amazing.
Oh, God. Buffalo.
Oh, that's
I was
amazing.
playing for Buffalo. I was in New England. It was
You had to have gotten
that
player of the game honors that game.
Had to have.
You had to have.
Yeah, I got the honors of winning our team award, whereas a belt,
right,
hardest worker belt, like wrestling belt.
Nice.
That's amazing. 8 points. It'd be hard to get 8 points at Chicky League for me and backhand Harv here.
I'd be happy with a couple apples.
Chicky League. Yeah. When we go up to Brantford, there we play at the Civic Center. There's about 4-on-4 sometimes, and you get a lot of floor time. So maybe then we could.
No goalies.
Nobody to change.
Yeah,
hitting the post. That's awesome. Did you play hockey too, like Bush League and stuff like that around here? Or?
I played hockey for minor all the way up to like Bantam Major, I believe, and that's when the Winter League for lacrosse started out. So I switched. I hung my skates up and just picked my lacrosse stick up all year. So if you think about it, I've been playing lacrosse summer and winter for a long time before I started playing NLL.
That's crazy. You said you started at 3 years old, right? That's insane.
Yeah,
honing the craft.
Honing the craft, but it runs in the family. So
honing the craft.
And you played. You said you mentioned you played with Brandon Montour, who plays with the Sabres now. He's a defenseman in the NHL.
Yep.
All you great ambassadors of Six Nations are out there, and to know that you guys are giving back that's an important thing because it doesn't do anybody, especially our community, like any good. Like if our best and brightest just take off and forget about us and go live the life, you know what I mean? Without there's so many kids around here that need that motivation,
so many youth
inspiration.
That need to see that inspiration out there. Yeah. And you're providing that. That's ace with your platform, being a pro, and with your lacrosse camp.
Yep.
Just being a good father. That's ace.
Yeah.
Man.
Thank you. Thank you. It means a lot.
Yeah. You also represented the Iroquois Nationals on the under 19 team, right?
Yeah, I played in Turku, Finland.
In the World Championships.
Yep, in 2012, and then I played in Denver for the outdoor games.
That's amazing, man.
Right on.
2014.
Would those be like field lacrosse, or there's still box?
It was field lacrosse.
All right. What's the biggest difference? Would you have a preference between field or box?
Box lacrosse is more physical, I believe, than field lacrosse, and field lacrosse is more structured.
I know you said you got to play some bingo, which is awesome.
Oh yeah,
you got some bingo
night.
Bingo night. So we don't want to keep you all night.
No.
But I just want to know, like,
good luck on your jackpot.
Yeah, right. All right. Do you have anything like that you want to say to just kind of close it out about your community or what you're doing or any future goals, like anything like that?
Yeah.
Any future lacrosse camps?
Yeah. So, it's kind of hard to predict a camp now, just with everything going on, but eventually I want to branch out, like go back home and give back too, because I can't forget where I came from and lacrosse programs done for my life. So I want to get back there too, where I want to have like another free camp for people in Six Nations, where there may be some gifts too to give away. Like I was saying earlier, like my good buddy Jacob Rue, he donated lacrosse equipment that I'm going to be giving away to my camp for the hardest workers.
Right on.
And I also have stuff from my equipment that I'm giving away. And yeah, so like I can't wait to branch out when all this is over, the pandemic is over, and just can't forget where I came from.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Are there many lacrosse players in Akwesasne too? Isn't like Six Nations? Is it the same kind of thing?
Yeah, but it is. But I feel like a lot of guys kind of quit playing after they're done junior B, just because they have senior B out here, but the league's not consistent.
Right.
Where we have senior B and Six Nations, where it's part of the OLA.
Yeah.
And they don't have a team in the OLA out here. So like if they had an organization that played in the OLA out here, I think a lot more players would be continue to play after they're done junior B.
That's awesome. Maybe somebody will pick that up, one day down there. Right?
Yeah,
it needs somebody like you. Like your camp wouldn't exist if you didn't do the work, right? Because no one's going to do that work for you and then bring you in, right? Like you have to, like you said, you had to do all the work to get that going, right? So maybe somebody will carry that torch for, a senior team out there. That'd be great.
Yeah, it'd be nice. And it was just like you said, it was a lot of work to even get where I am right now with my camps. But I'm happy I had people to help me out on the way. Like Jeff Shatler is a good example.
Nice.
Yeah, another pro.
He showed me the ropes, I should say, like what to do, and like what to teach the kids. Like pretty much just did the basic structure for his camp. He showed me the ways and he taught me the ways, I should say.
Yeah,
and
that's awesome.
Yeah, I just gotta thank him.
Yeah. Well,
any other pros you brought in for your camp? Like to help you out?
We're trying to get Adam Bomberry to come help out.
Nice.
Here and there. And
he's from the
Jacob
Black Wolves.
Yep.
Yeah. Jacob Rue said he'd come and play or come and teach. And right now it's just me and Nugo Thompson.
That's
he
awesome.
plays for Halifax Thunderbirds.
Ace. And he's from Akwesasne, right?
Yep, he's from here.
Ace.
Awesome, man. Well, I just want to thank you on behalf of the Harv and Jace show for joining us.
We'll go.
Yep.
I want to thank everybody out there for watching us, and make sure you check out these camps, right? 28 Lacrosse. Yeah. And you got a website
Lacrosse.
or Facebook?
Instagram and Facebook.
Perfect.
Vonage Top 1.
That's right. There we go. And we got to get some of those jerseys. Those are cool, man.
We'll rep some of your hardware there.
Yeah. You can make those we'll have to figure it out.
I'll be sure to send you guys some hats.
That sounds good, man. Okay. Thanks a lot for your time, man. Go win some bingo.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yep.
Ona.
It's the Harv and Jace show.